Do you ever wonder how a beekeeper tolerates all the bee stings of the job? Well, it got me wondering about how to develop professional resilience, especially since I've had more than the occasional professional sting. Today, I share how to build your tolerance to those ouch moments in your career. I call it the BEE concept, B-E-E, Building Empowerment Through Endurance. Hey everyone, I'm Laverne McKinnon, and welcome to the Moonshot Mentor blogcast. I'm a certified career coach and grief recovery specialist. I help ambitious-driven people feel confident, empowered, and excited after experiencing a career setback. Whether it's from feeling stuck in a tough period or frustration from slow progress, I offer up tools and resources to revamp your path to career success. In the world of career development, the idea of bee stings can serve as a powerful metaphor for resilience and personal growth. Just as there's a theory that suggests regular bee stings can bolster your tolerance to their painful effects, your professional life can benefit from a similar approach. Now, I want to be clear here, and as a disclaimer, I'm not advocating that you literally go out and get stung by a bee. Always consult a medical professional before attempting any unconventional treatments. Similar to venom therapy, the BEE concept offers valuable insights for building a robust mindset that can help you tolerate and conquer the obstacles that often slow your career progress. Before we dive in, though, let's clarify what I mean by tolerance. Tolerance is all about your ability to deal with, put up with, or accept the opinions and actions of others, even if they drive you up the wall. We know how important tolerance is in career longevity, and that's where B, Building Empowerment Through Endurance, comes in. At the same time, we don't want you to become someone who gives up on their own values and boundaries in order to remain safe in a job. So let's unpack this. In the professional realm, a bee sting is any kind of verbal or action-based annoyance that makes your work life not awesome. It could be a lack of feedback, office gossip, a public slip-up, or even missing out on a promotion you've been working hard for. A swarm of professional stings might be getting laid off, downsized, or fired. So why do bees sting? Just like a real bee stings when it feels threatened, in your professional life, colleagues, bosses, or even outsiders might sting you when they feel threatened, whether it's from your skills, talents, background, opportunities, visibility, or something else entirely. For example, I once had a boss who threw me under the bus to undermine my relationship with a writer. He was feeling stung by the writer sharing confidences with me, so stung me back by telling this writer and his reps that I was not supportive of his project. In another situation, a client I'll call Blake was stung by a colleague who shared with the department head that Blake was struggling with an assignment. Blake had been working extra hours to get it done and had reached out to this colleague for guidance. The colleague had been threatened by Blake receiving this plum assignment and tried to sabotage them with the boss. How common is a bee sting? Well, bee stings happen all the time. And bee stings happen all the time in the professional realm. I really wish it weren't so. When you get stung by a bee, you feel a sharp burn, some swelling, itchiness, maybe even a bit of skin discoloration. In the professional realm, it translates to irritation, frustration, confusion, anger, and maybe even some sleepless nights. These unprocessed emotions can mess with your work quality and your relationship with colleagues. Over time, repeated stings can lead to fatigue, burnout, and maybe even depression. While an allergic reaction may be the most severe complication with a real bee sting, in the professional realm, a bee sting can erode trust in colleagues and in yourself, which is why it's critical to acknowledge the sting and get treatment. So with a real bee sting, that involves removing the stinger, cleaning the wound, and taking some pain relief. In the professional realm, you can build empowerment through endurance by taking the following 3 steps. Say ouch. Studies have shown that actually acknowledging the hurt verbally, openly, helps to develop tolerance. Second, put on a metaphorical Band-Aid by talking to a trusted friend, journaling, or taking a walk. It's really important to create a boundary for yourself and not talk to a work colleague, though. This opens the door for gossip and misunderstanding. Third, consider if you need ice to reduce swelling or pain. Ice in this context means having a direct conversation with the person who stung you. 3 guidelines here. The first is assume grace. Perhaps the person didn't realize that they had an impact on you with their words or their actions. Be direct. For example, you might say, when you told our department head that I was struggling, you shared information that wasn't yours to share. And then consider making a call to action. For example, in that difficult conversation, you might request, in the future, please ask me if this is your information to share. While it's not possible to completely control the situation in which you might get a bee sting, there are ways to lessen the odds by being aware of surroundings in which bees might be lurking. For example, like near flowers, food, anything that has a fruity or floral scent. You can also wear protective gear and stay calm. Swatting at bees threatens them. The hard truth is that every workplace environment has some level of competition and drama. Here are 3 strategies to lessen the odds of a bee sting in the professional realm. Know and live your values. Being clear on your intentions, what you bring to the table, and doing what you say and saying what you do creates a safety zone. Create and build community by celebrating all victories, not just your own. And if you have a concern, speak directly to that person. That is community building. And then finally, if you're walking into a hornet's nest, and unfortunately it happens no matter how much you try to avoid it, wear protective clothing in the form of asking for an agenda, being as prepared as possible, and not answering questions you don't know the answer to. You could reply by saying, I'll have to get back to you. If you're experiencing a severe reaction to a bee sting like trouble breathing, swelling of the tongue or throat, or hives, it's time to call in the professionals. In the workplace, a severe reaction could require reaching out to your boss, human resources, a therapist, or even a lawyer in extreme cases. Now, you don't need to go out and purposefully get stung to build tolerance for future stings. Trust me. In the workplace, you're going to get stung a fair share of times. So here's the deal. Embrace the fact that getting stung is an inevitable part of everyone's career journey. Recognize that there's nothing wrong with you. You're getting stung because your values, what's important to you, are getting stepped on. Learn to advocate for yourself by having difficult conversations. And finally, be willing to make a change. In some cases, you may discover that the environment or industry you're working in is simply not aligned with your values, and you must leave before it becomes toxic. So, in this journey through the world of professional resilience, we've learned that much like a beekeeper, you can develop the strength to handle the stings that come your way. By embracing B, building empowerment through endurance, and a mindset that acknowledges the inevitability of workplace challenges, you can build the tolerance and resilience needed to navigate your career path successfully. So as you face the bee stings in your professional life, remember this: you're not alone, and each sting is an opportunity if you acknowledge what happened and treat the sting. So to help you further understand the concept of B, building empowerment through endurance, here are some questions that you might want to journal around. What's a professional challenge that felt like a bee sting? What emotions did it trigger? And how did you initially react? And how might embracing building empowerment through endurance have changed your response? How has gossip impacted your work environment? And how could you apply the principles of tolerance and resilience to address these types of situations? Think about your career values and boundaries. Are there moments when you compromise these values to avoid workplace conflicts or stings? How can you maintain your values while also developing tolerance? Imagine your ideal work environment where you feel supported, valued, and free from stings. How might you actively create this environment or seek it out in your career journey? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please drop me a comment. If you enjoy what you hear, also please subscribe. Your subscription helps me continue to provide tools and insights to support your career growth, including the importance of grief work. And if you want to work with me, I offer private coaching sessions as well as in-person and virtual group work. You can reach out to lavernemckinnon.com to set up a complimentary consultation, and I will see you next week.